It just because you don't experience it doesn't mean it's not there. So that goes back to the age-old question. If a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it, did it fall?
I think it goes, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it, does it make a sound?
Yeah, that's right. That's a good question.
Oh, I like this next page. May I read it?
Yes.
The Holy One, disguised as an old person in a cheap hotel, goes out to ask for car fare. But I never seem to catch sight of him. What's that noise?
You're fine. Keep going.
Okay. But I never seem to catch sight of him.
Okay, this is going to be enough.
And if I did, what would I ask him for?
He has already experienced what is missing in my life. Kabir says, I belong to this old person. Now let the events about to come. Reading on. Clouds grow heavy. Thunder goes. Rain drives in from the east. Its patter falling on the sides of the houses. Rain can be destructive, wiping out boundaries, marks. But the soil needs care. Ecstatic love has sprouts now, and renunciation. Let the rain feed them both. Only the farmer with intelligence actually brings his harvest back to his farmyard. He will fill the granary bins and feed both the wise men and the saints. May I read more?
How about one more, Garuda?
Friend, wake up. Why do you go on sleeping? The night is gone. Do you want to lose the day the same way? Others who manage to get up early have already found an elephant or a jewel. So much lost while you sleep, and it is so unnecessary. One who loves you understands, but you did not. You forgot to make a place in the bed next to you. Instead, you spent your life playing with things that did not matter. In the 20s, you did not grow because what you sought after was not your true nature. Wake up, wake up. There's no one in your bed. In your long night, you were alone. Kabir says, the only one awake is the one who has heard the flute.
Thank you, Garuda.
Thank you.
Bunsen, what do you want to talk about?
Function's not here.
No?
That's Clint.
Clint and Prem Dave in the middle. The whites.
Function should be here.
Ruby, what do you want to talk about?
No Ruby. No Ruby.
No, Ruby. Sophia talk, yeah.
Nope.
Sophia, you always have something to say. You want
Yes,
to talk about trucks?
trust, no. I want to talk about the path of blame, the path of Malamud. And I've had this experience in my sadhana of being on the path of blame when I first was initiated in the school, when I received the Hazrat Khan, the cross at the forehead, Christ, the burning of the cross. And I understand. I thought to myself today, would I ever get off the path of blame? And then I realized it didn't matter. That it didn't matter if I was still on it or when I'd get off of it. All that mattered is, could I be purified? And I just thought to ask you more about describing the path of blame, Murshid, your own experience of it, and anything else that would be relevant to share about the path of blame in the Sufi order.
Are you saying blame or flame?
Blame, the path of blame.
A flame?
Blame, B-L-A-M.
Blame.
Yeah, it is the ability to reduce one's nafs or ego. I
Have you
know.
ever read anything about this in the Sufi teaching?
Yeah,
I
that I've read it in the Sufi teachings of taking that ultimately it's a very private matter, that you take the responsibility onto yourself if there's a disharmony or when your ego's raging, which is, I'm really known for that. So you're always self-reflecting and looking at yourself and taking fault and actually self-correcting yourself, and with God directly, that's where the correction comes, because you realize, hey, I'm not perfect. I always efface myself to the perfect. I'm just looking at all the time, if there's disharmony, how to take that within oneself and to self-correct. That's all I've ever understood, especially in, this is very prevalent in the path of chivalry of Hazrat Ali Khan's work. The knighthood of purity, which is something I participate in. Anyway, so that's my experience. But I've had this thought today, would I ever get off this wheel? And then I thought, well, that's stupid even of the thought, because you'll get off when you get off. If you ever get off, it doesn't matter. You're just in it always to continue practicing until you become perfect.
What if the path of flame was the cure for the path of blame? The
Yeah.
flame, the flame of the heart. And if you're in the flame of the heart, the path of blame doesn't even appear, because the path of flame is all encompassing and goes on forever. And the path of blame is a pebble, a stepping stone. And the path of flame is the cure.
Sheikha, it seems to me like one thing that you're really amazing at is you really study deeply those who have gone before. And I know that you very seriously and intently study Yeshe Shogil and Nityananda and BBG and Rudrananda, and you really read and you really go after it. And I'm wondering what similar figures might be on the path of blame for, for you to study and learn their stories and become, engaged, involved with in that way.
Murshid Isa is the perfect, absolute perfect example and mirror of that. I don't think I could ever have picked a more perfect mirror. So that's why he asked me a question, and I think Ramana, that's definitely, I acknowledge your statement, and I just I couldn't think of anybody that has perfected in the way that Murshid has. Murshid Isa. That's why I asked the question. But I was self-reflecting on
So
it today.
You're the perfect mirror of the path of blame, Malamat. And so she reflects on you and your path and how you've been.
Do you have any comment on this? You were on the path of blame for a long time when Maitreya was around.
I think, Sophia, you mentioned the two aspects of it. One, that if you are blamed for something, it came to your ears or your attention, so therefore it's ours. It's be God's agent on the scene and take care of it. That's one aspect. So it's yours to do, or draw up your helpers and figure it out and make it happen, fix it, whatever the thing is. And then the other is, because we do have the ego, when we're blamed for something, to let that burning, that fire of blame purify us so that we don't lash out in defense of ourselves and strengthen the ego or separating self. So we allow that fire, that burning, to melt away what stands in our way of connection with the beloved. Because we all know what it's like to be in love. At least once people feel that. And you're hopelessly lost in that love. And you don't lash back out if your beloved says, hey, you did this, or you could do this better, or you want to please, you want to fix it, you want to increase your capacity, you want to be a better lover, you want to be a better dancer.
Clint, what do you want to talk about tonight? Want to talk about trucks?
Not a big fan of trucks. I like bikes. What was I looking at the other day? Well, there's a few trucks now and then I see. I saw an orange Tesla truck. Not really a truck culture around here, except for
Can I butt in with a question?
sure.
I took the Mercedes on a little drive last night, and I saw this vehicle, which was a four-wheel car, and I'm sure you all know, I've never seen it before, but it was a box, and it was shaped a little like this, and like that, and like that. It was from the future. It appeared to have no windows, but I'm sure there were windows there. It appeared to have no doors, but I'm sure there was a door somewhere, but it's completely concealed in this odd-looking shape of a car, boxy, and about the length of my car, maybe a little bit longer. I mean, I have a standard, what would you call that? Sedan, large size sedan.
And it wasn't.
That's the Tesla Cybertruck.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did it look pretty big though, like bigger than your car, but the same length?
Let's see. Let's see if this is one of.
Because I do agree. When I actually saw it, it's not that big.
Yeah, I would say it looked the most like this picture, except no apparent windows. I mean, this was a teal blue iridescent solid color on the side where there was no indication of a window, and yet I'm sure they had to be able to see out.
Yeah,
They're driving on the road.
it could have been tinting, maybe tint. That's interesting.
No, it was really.
Yeah, that was it. That was definitely a Tesla truck, a Cybertruck.
Yeah, when you say that shape, that
shape has to be. Yeah, that has to be it.
Okay, well, thanks for answering that question.
You're welcome. Saraswati, what do you want to talk about?
I don't have anything.
What about you, Joshua?
I got nothing.
What about Yaha? Nothing? Rashida, you're gonna read, so we'll go over to shaking up. Nothing. All right, well, I think we haven't gotten to Primdev yet. Primdev, what do you want to talk about?
I don't have anything tonight.
Do you have any more to talk about, Ramana?
You're on mute.
Thank you. I wanted to thank the Sangha for their kind and generous donations. And I wanted to share a passage from Gibran about giving. A rich man said, "Speak to us of giving." And he answered, "You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. For what are your possessions but things you keep and guard for fear that you may need them tomorrow? And tomorrow, what shall tomorrow bring? To the overprudent dog burying bones in the trackless sand as he follows the pilgrims to the holy city. And what is fear of need but need itself? Is not dread of thirst when your well is full, the thirst that is unquenchable? There are those who give little of the much which they have and give it for recognition and for hidden desires, to make their gifts, makes their gifts unwholesome. And there are those who have little and give all. And these are the believers in life and the bounty of life, and their coffer is never empty. There are those who give with joy, and their joy is their reward. And there are those who give with pain, and that pain is their baptism. There are those who give and know not the pain in giving, not that they do not seek joy, nor give them mindfulness of virtue. They give as in yonder valley the myrtle breathes its fragrance into space. Through the hands of such as these, God speaks. And from behind their eyes, he smiles upon the earth. It is well to give when asked, but it is better to give unasked through understanding. And to the open-handed, the search for one who shall receive is joy greater than giving. And is there aught that you should withhold? And all that shall someday be given, therefore give now, that the season of giving may be yours and not your inheritors. You often say, I would give, but only to the deserving. The trees in your orchard say not so, nor the flocks, nor the flocks of your pasture. They give that you may live, for to withhold is to perish. Surely he who is worthy to receive his days and his nights is worthy of all else from you. And he who deserved to drink from the ocean of life deserves to fill his cup from your little stream. And what desert greater shall there be than that which lies in the courage and the confidence, nay, the charity of receiving? And who are you that men should rend their bosom and unveil their pride, that you may see their worth naked and their pride unabashed? See first that you yourself deserve to be a giver and an instrument of giving. For in truth it is life that gives unto life, while you who deem yourself a giver are but a witness. And you receivers, you are all receivers, Assume no weight of gratitude, lest you lay a yoke upon yourself and upon him who gives. Rather, rise together with the giver on his gifts as if on wings. For to be over mindful of your debt is to doubt his generosity, who has the free hearted earth for the mother and God for the father. Thank you.
What was that reading?
On Giving by Khalil Gibran. From the prophet.
She's saying what the source of her reading, Khalil Gibran, the prophet,
Yeah.
on giving.
Sophia wanted to know what I experienced with this. And when she gave it to me, I just recently read an article that said you could drop a pill in water and it's 20 times more effective. So I told her that. I don't know what she said. But anyway, I tried it day before yesterday. And it's very effective. And I never experienced anything from the pill. So I actually have a real good experience of this hydrogen water. So thank you, Sylvia.
Yeah, you're gonna, if you keep drinking out of that and keep charging it to full max, it's gonna give you a lot more cellular vitality, a lot more energy in your water. And so it's just incredible, especially when you wake up in the morning, you'll just get super recharged. You should drink it all day long. And there's so many, you should drink it all day long. There's so many studies on how much it boosts your cellular vitality. I experienced. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have one and you have one. Remember we talked about it. I go, what do you think about this? You go, well, you just get me one. So I got you one and I got one. And I'm just like, I love it. They say it's portable, but I don't take it out of the house. You know, I just charge the water all day long.
What
It's very
is
cool.
it? What are you talking about?
It's called an ion bottle. Ion, ION bottle, and it charges with hydrogen your water. And when the hydrogen water, more hydrogen goes in your cells, it gives you more energy and it detoxes your cells and it helps your cells have more vitality. So it's a very, very good tool. You can buy ion bottles online, but mine is ion bottle. And I think they're about $100 each, but they're very worth it to be drinking with your water because it gives you extra boosts of your cells. So if anybody wants to boost their health, it always predominantly goes at a cellular level. So anything at a cellular level affects every part of your body. So if it first starts with the cells, with water, you're going to have much better health, more energy. It'll process things through your body faster. And that's one tool of many, but that is the foundation, hydrogen water.
I have a question. If water is H2O and this gives you more hydrogen, are you drinking a 3HO?
That's
a good one.
That was good.
That is fun. The next level,
It sounds like you're drinking 3HO, healthy, happy, and holy.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm studying about cell salts next. So that's the next level of my training, but that helping people at a cellular level with cell salts.
Well, I heard there was also a salty version of 3HO out there somewhere.
I'm sure.
From that, what do you want to talk about?
you asked her, but not Ruby. Ruby can-
Nothing.
Ruby,
thanks.
what do you want to talk about?
Oh, I'm just loving to see you and hear you, everybody.
Where is, oh, she's up there.
No, that's Garuda.
Yeah,
Ruby's down here.
so I asked Ruby.
It's good to see you too, Garuda.
Thank you, babe.
We didn't ask Ruby.
She read Kabir, but she might have more.
Ruby, do you want to talk about something?
No, thanks.
What about you, Garuda? You want to talk about something?
Oh my gosh, had something, but I totally forgot about it. Hang on. I'll get it for tomorrow morning, evening. No, sir. I do not have anything I want to talk about right now.
Is your battery about to die?
No, no. I charged it before I came.
Oh, there you go.
Yay, Garuda.
Yes.
Rashida, let's hear from Shiva.
Number 23. Feel your substance, bones, flesh, blood, saturated with cosmic essence. Feel your substance, bones, flesh, blood, saturated with cosmic essence.
What's
Now, how do you do that?
first of the three?
Feel your substance,
Yeah.
and explain substance, bones,
But,
flesh,
fun.
bones,
Bones.
flesh, blood,
Yeah.
saturated with cosmic essence.
That's a good one.
Are you going to put them on the Dharma Night?
He wants to know if I'm going to put it on the heart drops.
Yes.
I can begin that again. I haven't done it in a while.
I know. There's somebody to your right who has not spoken.
Above?
No, to the right of Isa.
You know that all of them are on my website?
Who? Who all of them?
All of Shiva's lessons for Parvati.
Oh. I have not been able to go to your website. Do you know that somebody is right there to your right and she has not talked?
Are you talking about Shekina? Or are you
Yeah.
talking about this painting here?
Shekina.
I don't have anything I want to talk about tonight.
Thank you.
Clint, want to take us out with 3 Japanese yes? Hi! Hi!
Hey,
Hi! Hi! Hi!
Hi.
We had solar for a few days.
I loved it.
Computer, turn off.